them steal your liberty. Chaos, you're just a slave to a criminal elite.
From left to right, that's west to east here at the Commonwealth Stadium configuration. Tim Mastay has it teed up on the 30, and we're almost set to go. Back deep for Georgia is the freshman Richard Samuel as he stands near the goal line. Mastay has he's been a boomer on kickoffs this year. He's kicked 19 into the end zone for touchbacks. That's tops in the conference. So they don't even mess with the kick return. They just kick the fool out of it and make the other guy start on the 20.
And Richard Samuel had a couple of nice returns, a couple of scares last week as well, but a couple of nice returns. See if he can duplicate that effort.
Had a 60-yarder against the Gators last week. Here's Mastay, and we are underway here in Kentucky. An end-over-end kick taken by Samuel on the 2, straight ahead to the 10, to the 15, to 20. He's got a lane, hit from behind and knocked forward across the 35, up near the 37-yard line perhaps. We'll see where they spot it. Looks like they will spot it right 29-yard line. It's 1st and 10. Now 3 receivers to the near side and 1 to the right. And Stafford will drop back into the shotgun. Marino's the tail. Snap is low, and Stafford fields it. He throws off balance. Wide open in the corner. Touchdown, Knowshon Moreno. Front right corner of the end zone. Excuse me, Mohamed Massaquoi, I'm sorry.
Well, a blown coverage right there from Kentucky. They actually were playing man-to-man, and then the corner came off of Massaquoi on a blitz. Nobody was there. Kentucky tried to recover, but then it was way too late. I didn't think Matthew was going to see him right away, but caught him out of the corner of his eye, then delivered a good ball.
A quick drive for Georgia. It takes just a little more than 90 seconds. Here's Walsh for the point after attempt, and it is good. So
he snapped it and taken a knee. Didn't do it there. You know, we've been burned on that a couple of times this year.
We bunched 3 receivers tight on the right end of the line of scrimmage, and Marino is the lone setback. Under center, Stafford. We bring a man in motion. That's the fullback, Sutherland. Back and forth. They'll hand it to Knowshon. He runs straight ahead, breaks past the 5, fights his way into the end zone. Touchdown. He was just jerking his upper body across the goal line, pulling away from a blue shirt to get 6 more for the Dogs, and it's 13-0.
Great determination there from Knowshon, just running through people. Last 3 or 4 yards of that touchdown run, he was just moving and mowing right through several Kentucky defenders.
6-yard touchdown run for Knowshon. Blair Walsh for the point after. It's put down by Mims, and the kick is right through the uprights good. And just like that, it's 14-0. And this is the perfect start that Georgia had hoped for. 2 possessions and 2 touchdowns.
Each time successfully up until this one.
Well, it's Corvey Irvin and not Jarius Wynn that got in there with deep penetration. So it's 2nd and goal from the 3 for Kentucky. Dogs lead it 14-0 late in the first quarter, less than 90 seconds to go. Cobb takes the handoff, or takes the snap and hands it off to Dixon, who gets the touchdown off the right side of the line of scrimmage. Tony Dixon on a 3-yard run puts Kentucky on the scoreboard.
Well, Kentucky looked out of sync there in that first series, but really got it going here. They went for it on 4th down, got a big first down run. Then Cobb looks like he's starting to settle in a little bit, and he's showing right now that he can give you a lot of different looks and throw a lot at this Georgia defense.
Lona Sieber is the place kicker on to try the point after. Mastay is the holder. Here's the snap and the hold and the kick, and a flag on the play. The kick is being waved off. I think it was good. Stop for little or no gain right there at the 2 again. It's 3rd and goal from the 2.
And Kentucky, even here, this part of the field, they're on the 2-yard line. Still are not huddling up, still using that muddle huddle where the line just kind of gathers around right at the line of scrimmage, and then they call the play and everybody separates out.
They'll split 2 men to the right, 1 to the left. The lone setback is Dixon. Cobb's in the shotgun. There's the snap. It's a little bit high. Cobb's going to take it and run to the right, dodges a tackler, and just waltzes into the end zone. A little high step, too, and now there's a flag. He was high stepping and doing a little showing off into the end zone, and the officials dropped the flag in the end zone. So Kentucky may have to back up on the kickoff. I think that's where they'll assess the penalty. But Cobb with a 2-yard touchdown run.
Touchdown is good. After the play, unsportsmanlike conduct. Celebration penalty number 18. The penalty will be enforced on the kickoff.
Ken Williamson, our referee today. And Kentucky now with a chance to tie it up with the point after.
And a nice little run there by Cobb, but really good block thrown by Tony Dixon. Securing the edge for Cobb to get outside and really just walk right into the end zone, or high step right into the end zone as he did.
Lona Sieber to try the point after to tie this game up. There's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. Coming up, I formation, Chappis the fullback, Marino the tail. And Green and Massaquoi break out to the left side. The tight end Chandler gives Georgia an unbalanced line to the right. Stafford fake to Marino, will pass it, no shot. No, that's Chappis. Touchdown over the middle, the fullback threw it right over the middle to Sean Chappis, his first career touchdown, and Georgia regains the lead. It's 20-14.
Well, that was just a great job of play action pass by Stafford and by Marino both. Really confused the Kentucky defense, and Chappis was wide open over the middle after that play action pass, and Kentucky defenders coming up to guard the run.
Point after by Blair Walsh is good, and Georgia leads at 21-14. Dogs have tried that play before this season, and Chappis didn't hang on to the football, but he did that time. He gets his first career touchdown. 4 plays on an 11-yard touchdown pass to Sean Chappis. Cats will go for it on 4th and 8 from the Georgia 31-yard line. Shotgun formation. The lone setback is Dixon. Cobb takes the snap, stands in the pocket, has time. Now he dropped the ball. He fumbled the ball and has to fall on it on the 35-yard line, and Georgia will take over right there. Roderick Battle came in, and did he strip it, or he forced Cobb to move out of the pocket? He dropped the ball, so Battle in there again. That's his second forced fumble on the day.
It is, and it's a good thing that he got in there and caused Cobb to drop it, because it looked like Cobb had all kinds of running room and was about to take off when he lost control of the football.
Spotting the ball at the 30-yard line. So a 40-yarder coming up for Kentucky to try to draw the Cats to within 4. Here's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. 40-yarder by Lona Sieber makes it a 21-17 score now. 9:19 to go in the third quarter, and 277 got a hand on it.
And that's a play, really, that goes back onto the quarterback. You've got to be able to get it around those defensive linemen. Matthew almost threw it right into Jarman. That is the quarterback's responsibility to get it up and over the defensive line.
Mims will punt it. Randall Cobb back on his own 39, the deep man for Kentucky. 7:47. The clock is stopped here in the third quarter. The Dogs with a 4-point lead. Mims stands on his 5 and awaits the snap. Long count. There's the snap. Kentucky comes after it, and they get it. They block it. Kentucky blocked the punt, and they fall on the ball at about the 9-yard line.
And this place just erupted with that. Kentucky loaded up on the defensive line. It looked like Georgia had a little bit of confusion. Should they bring in one of their gunners or not? They brought him back in, but it's just an avalanche of blue jerseys coming onto our punter there, Mims.
Danny Trevathan is the man who blocked it. And now Kentucky with a swing play, try to take the lead here. They have the ball on the Georgia 10-yard line, or just inside of it. The ball is actually just a shade across the 10-yard line. It's 1st and goal. He'll snap it to Cobb, and he'll keep it on the quarterback runner out to the left side at the 5 and into the end zone for the touchdown. He avoided 2 tacklers. Remarcus Brown couldn't get him. Cobb went around to the far side and sneaked into the end zone for the 10-yard touchdown run, and the Cats lead for the first time in the ballgame.
Yeah, and that was all Randall Cobb there, just utilizing his speed to get outside and outflank everybody on the Georgia defense. The crowd's into it now. This Kentucky team is into it. They now believe we've got to stem this tide pretty quickly.
We'll try to point after. Kentucky now up 23-21. Dogs in trouble here in Commonwealth Stadium. Lonis Sieber to try the point after attempt. There's the snap and the hold, and the kick is good. Cats by 3, 24-21. They block a punt and score on the next play with Cobb on a 10-yard run. Timeout here in Lexington. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. On getting late in the third quarter, 3:40 on the clock, and it's ticking.
This is just the kind of drive, though, that Georgia needed here, getting Knowshon back involved. Matthews finding a little bit of a rhythm.
Stafford under center, handed off to Knowshon. Knowshon spins on the right side, shaking off defenders, and at the 10, at the 5, and touchdown. Knowshon Moreno spinning at the line of scrimmage at the 20, was able to stiff arm a couple of attackers as he sprints into the far corner of the end zone for the score.
That's his second touchdown of the day, where he's just running through people and spinning off of people, doing a great job.
He ought to patent that spin move and that stiff arm. He's so
really
good.
should.
He's good at both of them. Point after try by Walsh is good, and the Dogs regain the lead. Georgia back in front with 3:21 to go in the third quarter, 28-24. The Dogs go 80 yards and score on the 20-yard run by Knowshon Moreno. Timeout here in Lexington. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network.
To run the football, you end up having one more blocker typically than you otherwise would. You've got to get more people down into the box, maybe even play cover 0. They're not going to have, or haven't shown the propensity to beat you downfield throwing the football.
Cobb stays in the shotgun, 2 receivers right and 1 to the left. Will hand it off this time to Dixon. Dixon with a hole, 10, 5, left corner of the end zone, touchdown. Kentucky takes the lead once again. Tony Dixon ran it to the left side, and he had a big hole to run through, and then nothing but green space in front of him once he broke past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah, and what he left behind were white jerseys that were on the ground, and this Georgia defense right now walking around, hanging their head a little bit after that play. Understandably so, how effective this Kentucky offense has been on the ground, but now we've got to dig down deep and finish this drill, because it's going to be a battle to the final gun.
Lonis Sieber for the point after to make it a 3-point Kentucky lead. There's the snap and the hold and the kick. It's good, and the Cats back in front. It's 31-28 Kentucky, 14:26 to go in the fourth quarter here in Lexington. Timeout on the field. Let's pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. It's on the reception. Knowshon Moreno with a key block to protect it. And the Dogs 1st and 10 on the Kentucky 18-yard line. Give it to Knowshon, left tackle. Big hole! Knowshon to the corner, and he high steps into the end zone. Touchdown, Knowshon Moreno, his 3rd touchdown this afternoon.
Boy, good job up front by Davis and Bowling, just to open up some holes. Bowling and Glenn to open up. Nice hole for Knowshon, who just waltzed into the end zone.
Wow. Man, he had a huge gaping hole on the left side. And the Dogs answer in a hurry, 34-31, and the point after to make it 35 if Walsh converts. There's the snap and the hold and the kick, and he does convert. Good. 35-31, Dogs answer in a hurry. 60 yards in 2 plays. 13:49 to go in this ball game. It's a shootout. Timeout. Pause for these words on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network.
Position, huge swings of momentum.
Walsh will kick it off deep, 1.5 yards deep into the end zone. And they will run it out with Winston Guy. He's got a burst, and he's got a lane. He's all the way to midfield at the 40. 2 men to beat, running behind a blocker at the 20. Cuts back at the 15, and we finally tackle him at the 4-yard line. A 96-yard kickoff return by Winston Guy for Kentucky. Hold on to your hats. We got a long way to go.
And we just talked about the importance of special teams play and how big of a momentum shift it can give your football team. And once again, Kentucky, another huge play on special teams, giving them virtually no field here to work with. 1st and goal on the 4-yard line.
Drew Williams made the tackle. Dogs, 11 guys in the box, if you will. And Kentucky tries to push their way forward. Cobb may have not gotten in there. No, he did. Oh, he just barely got in there. The linesman on the near side came in with the touchdown signal, and for a while it looked like his first push wasn't going to get him across, but his second effort apparently did, and Kentucky is back in the lead, 37-35, pending the point after.
And that's rushing touchdown number 3 on the day for Randall Cobb.
He's trying to keep up with Noshawn. 12:15 to go in the game. That's time for a good 6 touchdowns the way this one's going. Lona Sieber for the point after for the Wildcats. There's the snap. It's a little bit high. Mastay gets it down, and Sieber puts it through the uprights. It's good, and the Cats lead by a score of 38-35.
Pitched it, and Noshawn took off to the left. Matthew rolled around to the right and got actually the seal block on the edge that broke A.J. Green loose.
How about that? It is a team game, isn't it? We bunch up 3 receivers to the left side, bring the fullback in motion. That's Chappis. And Stafford will fire. Quick, hard pass. High. It's a high pass, and Massaquoi makes it at the 45. The ball is ripped loose. There's a big pile right in front of the Kentucky bench. The officials are saying that Kentucky has the football. Massaquoi caught it. He had to go high to get it. He came down. They ripped it out. And Kentucky has the fumble recovery near midfield.
Boy, how about that? From up here in the booth, it looked like there was a face mask on the play, but no flags on the ground. And the Kentucky offense is now out on the field.
Yeah, it's Kentucky's ball. 3rd and long for the Dogs. 3rd and 20 from the 26-yard line. Well, previous play, the ball was spotted closer to the 25. Now it's almost at the 26. Kentucky has a 3-point lead, 38-35 with 9:42 to go. Shotgun snap to Stafford. He's standing in the pocket. He'll throw it to Massaquoi. He's wide open. Massaquoi cuts upfield and gets the 1st down, and then he fumbles it again. The ball is still loose. Rolling. A pile up back on the Kentucky 37-yard line, and I think the Cats have come up with it again. Massaquoi had the 1st down, Eric. Couldn't hang on to the football.
Boy, he did. It was just a little crossing route over the middle. Momass catches it, does a great job running with the football until he coughs it up. And this opportunistic Kentucky defense, 22 takeaways coming into the game, gets another one here.
I think Robbie McAtee may have come up with the loose ball. But Kentucky has it 1st and 10. All of a sudden, Georgia had gone practically the entire game without a turnover, and now 2 late turnovers here in the 4th quarter. And
I'm on the clock to do whatever we need to do, and Blair Walsh has got plenty of leg, especially with the wind behind him, if we can get in position.
3 receivers to the near side, 1 to the far side. Shotgun snap to Stafford in the pocket, throws it over the middle. It's caught by Massaquoi. Massaquoi breaks the tackle. 40, 50, go, Muhammad. Cuts it to 30, 25, 20, avoids another tackle all the way down to the 8-yard line, maybe the 7. Muhammad Massaquoi doing his best impression of Lindsey Scott. Took it all the way down inside the 10.
Boy, I'll tell you what, that was needed and needed right away. The only fear right now is that it happened too quick. But a great job by the Georgia offensive line, and Matthew Stafford just delivered a strike. Momass breaks 1 tackle and is just off to the races.
Robbie McAtee finally brought him down at the 7-yard line, and that quieted the crowd. 78 yards on the pass play. 3:30 on the clock, and it's ticking. Matthew Stafford has his 2nd career 300-yard game, a career best 365 yards, 2 touchdowns, 16 of 26. And it's coming down to this, 3rd and goal from the 11. 2:05 to play, and the Dogs trail by 3, 38-35.
And you're going against what has been a very strong suit for this Kentucky defense. Their performance within the red zone coming into the game, 14th in the country. Can we put a little dent in that armor and take the lead?
Marino and Samuel in the game at the same time. Marino is lining up as the fullback right now, and Samuel is the tail. Massaquoi and Green line up in a stacked formation on the right side. as the Dogs, once play resumes, will work from the far hash, but we're still in a TV time, so the Dogs can't run their play. 38-35, Kentucky leads. 2:05 to go in the game. A 78-yard pass play took the Dogs from the 15 down inside the Cats 10. Now we send Marino out into the right slot, and Samuel is the lone setback. No Sean in motion, back and forth. Play action from Stafford. Stafford avoids the sack, fakes, runs to the near sideline, still looking, throws it into the end zone, and touchdown! Touchdown, A.J. Green, back right corner of the end zone.
What a great job by Matthew Stafford, buying time once again with his legs, getting out of a mess there in the defensive backfield. I don't know how he found A.J., but got it up to him high. A.J. goes up and makes just a huge catch to give the Dogs the lead.
Was that how they drew it up? Run for your life and throw it in the back corner, and the 6'4" freshman will catch it. Here's the point after by Walsh, and it's good. And the Dogs have taken the lead again. We've said that a time or two in this half. 42-38 with 1:54 to go. Timeout, 60-second SEC break on the Georgia Bulldogs radio network. 59 on the clock. It looks like 59 seconds. It's hard to tell. Some bulbs are out on the scoreboard. 4th down and 2 for the Cats. Here's the ball game. They snap it to Cobb. He rolls to the right. He's looking. He's a left-hander. He's in trouble, and he just flings it, and it is incomplete. It's Georgia's ball. And now a late flag comes in. Back near the 40-yard line. It might be a face mask. Oh, my goodness. Personal foul, face mask on the Dogs. Oh, Kentucky's just been given CPR. It'll be a 15-yard penalty and a first down and 51 seconds to go.
Face mask on the defense. Half the distance to the goal. Automatic first down.
Boy, did that ever just give them all new life. Cobb rolled out to his right. He's left-handed. We had all kinds of pressure on him. He couldn't get his shoulders turned around and make any kind of strong or accurate throw. We get caught with the face mask.
He got him. That was Jarius Wynn. They're on the 12, the 13, excuse me. 1st and 10 on the Dogs' 13 in the shotgun. Cobb frantically changing the play or calling the play as he jumps up behind the line of scrimmage, drops back into the shotgun. They snap it. Backpedaling. Try a screen. Oh, we intercepted it. Did Dobbs just intercept it? He did. DeMarcus Dobbs intercepts the screen at the 18-yard line. Randall Cobb on his knees with his face buried in the turf back at the 33. And DeMarcus Dobbs, who had an interception return for a touchdown against Central Michigan, comes up with a huge defensive play to maybe save it for Georgia.
And Dobbs got up there, picked that off just with one hand. What a great athletic play. Woo!
Holy smokes. 18-yard line for Georgia. Cats have a timeout left according to the scoreboard. 46 seconds to go. Georgia up in the victory formation. Cats up on the line of scrimmage. Stafford takes a knee.
It's the sweetest formation in football. And I'm not sure if it's ever been a time to do it that's been more sweet than right now.
I don't believe they have any timeouts left because they're not calling any. The scoreboard says 1, but that's going to be it. Clock at 25. Dogs will have to snap it once more. And it will be a hard-fought win in Lexington. And Stafford takes a knee, hops away with the ball, flips it back to the officials. And that is the ball game. With 10 seconds to go, they'll count it down, and the Dog fans across the way in red and black will cheer on the effort. 42-38, the final score. The Dogs get their 8th win of the season, and it wasn't easy. 42-38, I'm out of breath. Oh, man.
It's not good when we're tired. We didn't do anything.
I did a lot of jumping. AT&T Call of the Game. That's coming up next on the Georgia Bulldogs Radio Network.